Ali of Iran. And Ronaldo break the all-time highest goal scorer record for international goals scored by football players on the international scene. Welcome, this is the arena. Yes, here we get to talk about stories emanating from the world of sports. It's a wonderful Wednesday. Let's talk about wonderful issues from the world of sports that have emanated over the past couple of days and the ones that will still be going down later today and tomorrow. Talk about the Euros Championship. Yes, it's been on. We've been seeing lots and lots of wonderful results. And we'll also talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They're in action at the moment. They've been in the United States for a couple of days now, and they would be taking on the United States women's national team later on. We'll also get to talk about that one and everything surrounding that. We'll also take some time off to talk about the COPA AMERICA tournament that's currently going down right there in the continent of South America. And there are still some other things to talk about in the world of athletics. Don't go anywhere, because when we get back, the show starts in full. I'll be your host. My name is Jidechi Chidiezie.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Market just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am, take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga Fresh Pam.
Welcome back. This is the arena. Yes, let's talk about stories emanating from the world of sports. Yes, there's one that emanated from Abuja and Kebbi yesterday. It's about the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. But before we go into that, joining me on the show for today's discussion has got to be none other than Joba Ogunwale. Joba, nice having you again.
Thank you, Jidechi. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
But it's good to be back again, and let's do what we know best, which is to talk sports.
I love that energy. Let's dive right into it. And let's start off with the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. It's been drama as regards that one. Two presidents have emerged for the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. There's the Abuja faction and there's the Kebbi faction. Yes, two elections. And Ibrahim Gusau, the former president, got re-elected in Kebbi yesterday, while Tonobok Okoa, the Delta State Sports Commission chairman, got elected as the Athletics Federation president. That's for the Abuja faction. Joba, yet another drama once it comes to election and federations in Nigeria.
Well, this is not the first time we'll be witnessing this thing. Even the most prominent body in Nigeria, which is the NFF, we actually know what happened when Pinnick contested for his first term. It was between, I think it was between Giwa and Pinnick. Then there were two factions. Then, so it's not really a surprising thing, especially with Nigerian sports politics. There's politics everywhere in every federation, and we are looking at it that this is 2021, and we are still having the same issue we've been talking about for 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and yet we are still having the same issue now. Before I came in today, I was reading. I actually saw a notification that the Minister of Sports will inaugurate Ibrahim Gusau in Abuja today. So I actually don't understand what will happen to Okunwa faction. I think that one is backed by Chris Giwa and some other prominent bodies. But just few months to the Olympics, and we still have this kind of issues. I wonder what must be going through the athlete's mind right now. But it's actually not a good look for Nigerian sports in general.
Let's talk about the Abuja faction. We've already talked about how Gusau emerged as the president of that one that went down in Kebbi. Abuja produced Tonobok Okoa, who we see how well he's done for athletics in Delta State and emerging as the president. That's for the Abuja faction. What are your thoughts as regards this one? What do you think? Do you think Gusau should be stepping down for Okoa, or it should be Okoa actually stepping down for Gusau?
In fairness, I think the problem starts with the Minister of Sports, which is Sunday Dare. I think first thing that I did when a few weeks ago was to disband all the AFN body, and I'm not really sure why he hasn't really called those two to order that okay, you have to actually put your differences aside and all that, and get involved in these things, because he actually got involved in the first. Getting involved in the first place is what brought us. To this place. But looking at what Okunwa did in Delta and all that, I don't really want to take side, but I think he has a proven track record. I don't really know Ibrahim Gusau's what he has done before in athletics, but Okunwa has a proven track record. But the only problem right now is that he does not have the backing of the sports minister. But from my own perspective, I think this the solution to this problem that we currently have lies in the hands of the sports minister.
So you say it's an issue of government interference at this point? Yeah,
that's what I think. Because the fact that government interfered in the first place brought us into this situation.
Okay, that one that went down, you can see on your screen, that's the Abuja faction that produced the likes of Tonobok Okoa as the president of that one, and also you had the likes of Tafida Gadzama elected as the first vice president, and Rosa Collins elected as the second vice president. They all emerged unopposed, while in Benin Kebbi, those ones on your screen right now, that's Sunday Adeleye and Neka Ikem. They also emerged as the first and second vice president. So it's drama right now in the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. And my own concern about this is the fact that the Olympics are just close by, and we're having this type of issue. It could be affecting the athletes one way or the other, and we don't want any of this in our sporting fraternity at this time in this year, 2021, it's not something we should be talking about right now. So we wish that the Athletics Federation could get their house in order before the Olympics starts in full. Now let's move on and talk about some good news, some goodwill, you would say, and it's about a big man, Kamaru Usman. He's been doing wonderful things in Nigeria. He arrived a couple of days ago, and after his arrival yesterday, we got to hear that the big man has been able to feed about 1,000 Nigerian children. Joba, Kamaru Usman going off, taking time off fighting and doing some community work right there.
Yeah, he has always said he is interested in, he wants to visit Nigeria, but he has to wait for the right time, because Israel Adesanya has actually visited Nigeria, I think 2 times or so. So this is the first, I think this is the first time he will be visiting Nigeria since he left at 10 years old and all that. And going by what we've seen on social media, I follow him on Instagram and I follow his agency, management brand here in Nigeria. I have been looking at the activities that he has been doing. He has met with the governor of Lagos State, Jidechi Chidiezie. I think he also met with the vice president. He met with the Abike Dabiri. So he has met a lot of people, and he has also been doing a lot of charitable work. I saw him met with some of these wrestlers that participate in this sport, and Dambe sport. So he actually visited. I'm not really sure if it was a tournament and all that. Then there were some, I won't call them UFC fighters also, that I actually met in Lagos here. And overall, he also, as you said, he fed some couple of kids also in Lagos here. So it's really been an eventful return to Nigeria for Kamaru Usman right now. We don't really know who is going to fight next, but I think from what I've seen so far, I think he's enjoying his time in Nigeria.
Enjoying his time in Nigeria. Okay, let's move on from that one about Kamaru Usman and the good things he's doing right now as he's in the country, and talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Yes, let's talk some football right now. They've been in the United States for a couple of days now for the summer series, and it started off on a defeat note for the Super Falcons. They lost to Jamaica 1-0 that one, and then Portugal, they played out a 3-3 draw. Tomorrow it would be the United States of America, yes, the world champions as it stands. That's who the Super Falcons will be taking on tomorrow. But Joba, before we talk about that one against the United States tomorrow, Portugal, a 3-3 draw, an improvement from the first one against Jamaica.
Well, I won't really call it an improvement, because if you look at it on paper, Portugal, Jamaica, they are not really world superpowers in female football, and I feel these are games that we should be winning. I understand that this is still the preparatory phase for the new coach. That okay, it's a friendly game and all that, but I just don't see why we should be losing to Jamaica and Portugal. I think it also says a lot that we are not really ready to challenge on the world stage. And now we are facing the United States, the #1 ranked team in the world. I've been seeing a lot of questions asking that, okay, can we actually pull the upset against the almighty Americans? And I know, my definite answer is actually no. It's really a disappointment for them to lose against Jamaica. I think we should have won against Jamaica. And if you look at the players that we had on the pitch that day, I think we had some of the regulars also on the pitch that day. Even against Portugal, they had to rely on Rashid Ajibade's late equalizer to salvage something from the game. So what we've actually seen right now is that there's still a lot of work for the coach to do on this particular team.
A lot for the coach to do. And let me talk about what the coach said. The one that Coach Randy Waldrum, the American, said. As concerns the Super Falcons, he said, I think we will grow. If we continue this way, I expect the team to do much better tomorrow. And tomorrow they will be taking on the United States. You've already talked about how you don't expect them to do much better. But coming from the angle of the coach, do you actually see growth? The team, do you actually see something different, or you feel this is still the same Super Falcons team? Nothing has changed since Randy Waldrum took over.
You know, he hasn't really had much games to prepare to prepare the team. I think the only tournament they played was the one they played in Turkey then. So I think I'll still give him the benefit of doubt, and hopefully when the qualifier starts later this year, we could actually know if there's actually been improvement on the team or not.
If there's actually been improvement on the team, he says. Okay, now let me leave you with highlights from that one against the Portuguese team, yes, when Super Falcons took on Portugal, ended in a 3-3 draw. And when we get back, we would talk some more football on the show today, talk about the Euros Championship that is currently going on. Yes, there's definitely Portugal to talk about, Cristiano Ronaldo, France, Germany, those ones that went down yesterday. But first, let me leave you with this one about the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services, and meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447, 080 35 64 4436, 070 66 63 8213. Banga Fresh Pam.
Welcome back. This is the arena. Yes, let's talk about some more stories emanating from the world of sports. Talk about the Euros Championship. And still in the studio with me is Joba Ogunwale. Joba, we've been talking about everything sports on the show, particularly football, for the past couple of minutes. And nothing can be bigger than the Euros Championship. And nothing can be bigger in the Euros Championship than the fact Ronaldo was the star man for yesterday. 2 goals in that one. Records flying up and down, records falling apart just for Ronaldo.
I can't even count the number of records he actually broke yesterday. He was he became the first person to score in 5 Euros. He became the first person. He became the highest goal scorer in the history of Euros. He became the oldest player to score a brace in the history of Euros.
Goes on and on.
He has now scored in all international tournaments he has played for Portugal. I think it was let's just say it was a record-breaking night for Ronaldo. Every time he scores, he breaks one record or the other. But yesterday was ridiculous. At a point, it took like Hungary was going to take away a point because Portugal were frustrated. They dominated possession and all that. But they actually had to rely. They had to rely on a deflection, a deflected shot. It was a lucky opener. You could say they deserved it on the balance of play, but Hungary would actually feel outspoken conceding like that and late into the game. As at 10 minutes into the match, it was goalless. It was looking like the both teams they shared the spoils, and then the Ronaldo show also started after Rafael Guerreiro scored. He scored the first penalty and he scored the second, following a brilliant build-up play. And I think it was really a fantastic. It was a fantastic performance from him. Don't forget, he actually missed an open net in the first half, but it was really a brilliant start for Portugal because they actually needed that match, given France and Germany
are waiting them. Okay, let's talk about France and Germany. 1-0 in that one yesterday. We saw it should have even been more, but France had 2 goals chalked off for offside. An impressive start to the tournament for a team that many are calling the tournament favorites. Although
the goals were, we only had just one goal in that game. It lived up to the game lived up to its expectation, as in both Germany dominated possession. So France were happy to sit back and all that. It was unfortunate that Mats Hummels, who was actually Germany's best player, scored last night scored the own goal. But I think on the balance of play, you could civilly say, okay, France deserved it because Germany dominated possession, but they didn't really look like in the final third they lacked that cutting edge and all that. They had I would say two chances, one from Ike Goodman and Serge Gnabry, and I think they were not really clear-cut chances like that. I will call them half chance.
So looking from what you saw with yesterday's game, what do you see? Do you actually feel this German side? Okay, let's talk about the 2 games, in fact, Portugal and Hungary, and then Germany and France. From what you saw from the German team yesterday, do you actually feel they actually have what it takes to stop a Portuguese side that is being led by Ronaldo?
Yeah, I think so. But one thing they will have to be wary of is that because Portugal actually can't play Germany for possession. So I think that game will be for Portugal sitting back and hitting German on the counter-attack. So Germany will have to be wary of Portugal's counter-attack because Portugal has they actually have some talented players just like France. If you look at yesterday's game last night, you could see also that France were like on the break, defense were dangerous on the break, especially with Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, and Karim Benzema. So I think Germany will have to be wary of that. But I think going into the game, Germany knows they actually know they have everything to lose, and they can't afford to lose. So I think that game will probably. I'm looking towards Germany because of their history against Portugal and their team play. So I think Germany will probably nick that one.
Okay, Germany to nick the one between France and Germany and Portugal later on this week. But let's quickly take a look at the results from yesterday. Like we've already talked about, obviously, Hungary and Portugal ended in favor of the Portuguese side, and France defeated the Germans, ended 1-0, courtesy of an own goal from Matt Hummels. Today, which is Wednesday, we'll be seeing the likes of Finland and Russia, their second game of the tournament. That will be going on later today. And of course, you have Turkey, who lost to Italy in the opener of that one, taking on Wales later today. In the night today, we'll see Italy and Switzerland. And then on Wednesday, you also have the ones between Ukraine and North Macedonia, Denmark, and their own game too. We also have some other games. Austria later tomorrow. On Friday, there are lots and lots of games going down. On Friday, you have the likes of Slovakia also taking on that one, and England too later on Friday. Lots and lots of interesting games in the Euros going down later on, and we would be talking about this one even when we get on the show next time. Now let's move on from the Euros and wrap up talking about the Copa America. It's been on for a couple of days now, and we've seen how Argentina were unable to win their first game. Lionel Messi was on the score sheet for that one against Chile, but they were unable to win. Joba, quickly, Argentina not winning, Brazil winning, Colombia winning. Your thoughts as regards that one?
Well, Argentina has always struggled against Chile in recent past. Don't forget, they actually denied them the chance to win the competition, I think in 2015 or 2016 also. So they looked like they were going to pick up the win that night, but the Chileans were rewarded with the penalty, and they actually, Vidal missed it, but I think Eduardo Vargas converted the rebound. So it was, I won't really call it a disappointing result for the Argentines or all that. What they just need to do is just to bounce back against in their second match, I think against Paraguay, and pick up the 3 points.
Uruguay, actually. Quickly, let me run you through the fixtures of the second round of games in the Copa America. You have Colombia and Venezuela. That one will be going down tomorrow, and then later on Friday you will be having Brazil and Peru. Chile will take on Bolivia, and then you have Argentina and Uruguay later on Saturday. That's how it's going to be looking for the rest of the week in the Copa America. I know Argentina will be hoping that they can win their next one. It's been a fun time with you today on the show, Joba.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. We have a lot of games to look forward to.
Lots and lots of games to look forward to. Definitely, Joba has said it already. We have lots and lots of games to look forward to. Sound advice, just sit back and have some fun watching those games. Lots of games, promising ones right there at the Euros, and also lots of games to look forward to in the Copa America. Hopefully when we get back on the show, we'll talk some more about how these ones fared, how this ones panned out, and that'll be later when we get back on your screen. It's been splendid doing this with you, and of course, every one of you who've been watching from the beginning to the end of the show, I'd say thank you very much for doing this with me. My name is Jidechi Chidiezie. Until next time I come your way, ensure you stay safe.